All right, let's go over the stuff that we talked about. So the absolute two main things that you need to focus on is anti-airing and the throw fireball dash in and layer in that.
Okay.
Try throwing them.
So
if they start attacking them, if they start blocking, try throwing them. If they start teching, start to shimmy them, and go from there. And like I said, they're going to jump a lot because you're throwing the fireball. They don't want to deal with that guessing game, right? So you're making them play your game. That's when you start punishing them by anti-airing them, which will give you free stocks, right? And then you can continue the game plan. Second thing is what's up?
You're totally right. You're totally right, because that's what happened in that match against the Ryu. Is in the first set, which I lost, was because he was basically waiting for me to store a fireball, and the second he saw me store the fireball, he would jump in, and then he started to predict when I was going to store a fireball. So I started baiting that out in the second game. That's when I started anti-airing him, because I wasn't anti-airing him in the first game.
Right. Like, you really need to take advantage of Juri's fireball. It helps the character out so much on her weaknesses because the fireball goes so slowly. You use it like to get in, you use it to cover you when you dash, you use it to make your opponent want to jump. They can't throw a fireball back because it goes underneath them, right? They have to deal with it in some other way, and you want to take advantage of that.
All right. So priority number one is to make sure that you have a light fireball stored at all times. Is that what I'm?
Yeah. So you can get in, and force them to move. And anti-airing. Right?
All right.
And staying on the ground yourself. Beat them
on
on the ground, right? The reason it's important for you to not jump as much and to stay on the ground is so that you minimize your mistakes. You minimize your risk, but at the same time, you take advantage of your opponent's risks as well. If you're on the ground, you can anti-air him, right? You basically are always ready for his mistakes, and he can't take advantage of any of your mistakes because you're not making any, right? The only time he can take advantage of your mistake is that if he gets a lucky guess jump when you're doing the stock. But stocks are pretty fast. Like, it's rare for him to catch you.
Yeah, they do recover very fast. I think it's like 32 frames or something like that.
And like I said, cancel your normals more into your stocks. I don't see you standing light kick at all. I like to use standing light kick a lot with Juri, but that's, it's preference, whatever.
Using it as a spacing tool or as a buffering tool?
Both. It's quite active, and the range is quite good for a light. And I just use it to, like, if they try to get close to me, I usually stick it out every now and then with medium kick as well.
Yeah. So I'll just stick it out and buffer it into light DP, something like that.
Well, I mean, it doesn't really matter. Like I said, just use whatever buttons you like. But I notice you press a lot of buttons when they get close. You get a little too worried. Just chill and wait,
Yeah, that's how I because again, like, there's no one that really, I'm not gonna make excuses. That's fine. Excuses won't help me now. The way that I learn the character, which is mostly self-taught, is that, like, you want to try and sort of teach people that this space right here, kind of this distance right here, is kind of the space that Juri kind of owns because of like standing light kick, standing medium kick or standing heavy kick. So that's kind of why I stick those out a lot, just to sort of like be like, hey, this is my space. Go in here.
Right. The problem is that even though you're showing your space and all that, like, when they block, you become minus, which makes it so that if you try repeating the same attack, you're gonna lose, or you're giving them a chance to jump because you're doing something slow. When you get close, people get uncomfortable, and at this ranking especially, people don't like to block, yourself included.
Yeah.
They'll usually try to just jump out. They just get out of that situation, right? So they can get their turn back. So you want to take advantage of getting close and just waiting. Observe what they're doing. If they jump, anti-air them. If they're not doing anything, then get your stock out and start pressuring them. If they're pressing buttons like crazy, outspace them and walk back heavy kick or stick out a standing medium kick. But don't just throw out buttons. Press a button, wait, observe. You got to be a little bit more methodical about it.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's hard to explain. You have to just play it out. If I'm not sticking out
buttons to keep them out of that range, then, like, they're just going to walk all over me, basically.
It's just like, it's an experience thing, because as you get better at the game, you start to know what they're capable of doing and their ranges and all that, and, like, eventually you'll just be confident. You won't be scared if they put you in a block string. It's like if you know how to delay tech and all that, it's not as bad. The reason I'm just saying it because once again we're minimizing risk. Like if you're just flailing out buttons, it could give him a chance to jump out and give him a chance to jump in. He can crush counter you. Weird things can happen, right?
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna focus on priority number 1 right now is having fireball stocked at all times for spacing and approach, and being more aware of anti-airs, so they're not just an occasional thing that sort of pops out every now and then.
Right. Like, you want them to jump. That's the whole point of you tossing fireballs. You want them to jump. That's where you get your damage from.
Okay. All right. Well, we can definitely focus on that because I think those are the things like. So between that, the anti-airs, and I'm trying to use sweep and a fireball when V trigger is active. Is probably the things that I want to focus on first and foremost, I guess. See how we go with those. See how much traction we can get with that, and then go from there. Probably in terms of like progressing things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Patience has never been a strong suit of mine, so that is definitely something that I need to, obviously, from what you're saying, work on. Is just being patient and waiting for them to make the first move rather than me.
Yeah. So remember, just think about the things we went over and try to apply it. Grasshopper, thanks for that sub. Thanks for the 3, man. Says, what's up, Vesper? Not much, man. Just chilling. Sensei, the thing is, this is like early hours for Gambit. I'm sure his matches are still very slow, but in general, this is the only time I can stream and he can stream at the same time where our hours are sort of the same. So hopefully he can apply this knowledge, and then during his streams, when I'm like, you know, playing Apex or whatever, and it's super late at night, he'll get more matches and able to get diamond, right? I can't be around for the whole journey. Yeah, this matchup will be fucking tough.
Fight.
This is fine.
Round 2. Fight.
So many third legs.
Good job, gang. Keep it up, man.
That was not intentional jump at the end there.
Alright, remember to cancel your normals into stocks to get free.
Yeah, fair enough. I was testing to see, I feel like you always have to see whether they're the kind of person who will press a button during the string. And okay, now I know he's not a person who will press a button during that string.
And like I said, watch his jumps. He's not using his V skill to get around his fireball, so he just prefers to
yeah, I did notice
take
that.
advantage.
Yep, that's fine. This is all good.
Round 1. Fight. Round 2. Fight.
Oh, fuck off. I definitely took that.
Nice try, man.
Stop laughing!
Dude, I haven't laughed once this entire stream.
I can hear it!
No, dude. No, man.
That's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Look at that, 110 points. You definitely earned it, buddy.
Okay. So, So once again, it's nothing really new. It's the same things. Like, I notice you're dashing in a lot again without your fireball. Like I said, you need that fireball to protect you. You can't just dash in all the time, or jump all the time. Like, you're always at risk. He's gonna hit you with something, right? There was one point where you were building stocks and he dash punched into it and hit him. Like, that's perfect. That's what you want, you know.
Yeah.
And when you're stuck in the corner, or when he's really close to you, and you're too scared to get a stock, like I said, stick out that crouching medium kick, build a stock. Even when he's close, you can get away with it, right? Even standing light kick, stock. Medium punch, stock. You know?
Yeah, the thing about that... Hang on. The thing about that is, like, okay, crouching medium, stock. The thing is that whiffs, unless you're absolute point-blank range.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine, it whiffs. He's not gonna punish you. He's not gonna punish you, trust me. He's not gonna punish you. If he does, I'll eat my words, but I don't think he's gonna punish you. That Balrog was completely programmed to flowchart. It wouldn't matter.
Oh yeah.
Like I said, he jumped a lot. There was a lot of punish
that.
opportunities there.
It was like block, command dash, block, command dash, pressure. Yeah, I saw it. I just didn't react to it properly.
And don't be afraid to cancel some of your normals into an EX. You know, try to buffer some crouching medium punches into EX. You know. But once again, stick to the game plan. Stick to the game plan.
Yeah.
And yeah, like, you don't always have to go in. Like, so sometimes I'm noticing one thing for sure, and this is really hard for you to get, but
yeah,
you knock them down, and you want to press the advantage, but they have V trigger. Every single time I have noticed you've gotten hit by a wake up light, and they activate. You have to, like, sometimes just don't go in. Don't take the chance of trying to go for that meaty. Just keep your distance and pressure them. Make it hard for them to activate, right? I notice you getting hit by that a lot. I get hit by that a lot myself.
Justin Wong is free. Strong words. No, I hear what you're saying though.
Daigo's own words, yeah.
Fight.
That was a miscrouching meme and a fireball didn't come out. Are you kidding me? Jesus Christ.
So another thing too is like, don't be afraid to burn the meter and just go EX flip kick into activate. Like, don't try to. I notice you love trying to fish for that crouching medium kick into core circle 4
Yeah.
heavy kick activate. You're not always gonna have that chance, man. You need to get that V trigger out ASAP, right? So just do EX flip
Yeah,
kick.
you're right.
Fine.
Round one. Fight.
What a fucking mess. What a fucking mess.
That was good, man. That was good.
He had to jump at the end because he knew he couldn't eat the super.
I'll be right back 1 sec.
Okay.
Round one. Fight.
Fuck.
Final round. Fight.
That's so stupid.
Nice try, man.
It's so stupid. He does red fireball. You know it's your turn. You press a button, it's like, no, he walked up and threw you.
It's tough. Akuma's pressure is really good.
Like, how minus is he on that fucking string? He cannot be anywhere near positive.
Set the dummy to record and find out yourself. Find out yourself, bro. The tools are there. They're available to you. You just have to use them.
The power was inside you all along.